her, and we wish her well. You know, even though this was a great tragedy and a great calamity, what happened, it has really brought out the good in people, like yourselves, and like so many others just like you around the world. And you know, this is something that gives us hope. Now, how do we fight these types of ideologies that cause these types of attacks? I think we need to try our best to obliterate ignorance. People are so ignorant, and ignorance leads to hate. Ignorance leads to hate. And especially when ignorance is combined with fear, that's going to lead to extreme hate. So Islamophobia is the result of ignorance and fear that leads to hate. So people don't know much about our religion. People may see what they see on TV. They may see what some terrorists do in different parts of the world. They may see some of the evil actions of ISIS and other fringe groups that call themselves Muslims, and they will judge our whole religion and all of our people according to the actions of those misguided people. So that's ignorance. And that ignorance, it leads them to hate us as a people. And when they have that hatred for us and that fear of us, and they think that we're the enemy, then they will do these types of actions like what we saw last week. So we need to educate the people. We need to erase that ignorance from the minds of the people by educating people. Our religion, Islam, it is a religion of compassion. It is a religion of mercy. And from the verses that Thamar read before this program started, those are verses that show that, you know, we're all one human family and we all come from the same root. So we need to join forces for good and fight against evil. And the fact that I see so many of you here today, I'm really amazed by this response. It shows that you're ready to do that. And that's something that we deeply appreciate. And you know, we're going to move forward and we're stronger together. Thank you guys once again for coming. It's such an honor to have all of you here today. I'm here all the way from Los Angeles, but you know, there's nowhere I'd rather be. I'm very happy to see you guys today. Thank you so much for coming. And you know, we're going to work together towards a brighter future. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Amen.
Thank you, Imam. Thank you for this. I just want to say one thing, and then we'll open the floor for any messages or comments that any one of you would like to share. There is a hadith we call something that our Prophet taught us. And he says that the demolishment of the Kaaba, brick by brick, piece by piece. You know, the Kaaba is the most important place for the Muslims. It will be easier than killing a believer. So that's why it's very heartbreaking for us to see anyone killed for any injustice reason. The one thing also I would like to share with you, the one brother, he was at the masjid over there in New Zealand. One of the victims, he said one word to the killer. He told him, "Hello, brother," and he shot him. But I'm saying to you, hello, brothers and hello, sister, because you are the real brothers and sisters. Thank you so much for your support and for your coming again. And I think I have a message here, you would like to share it. And anyone has a comment or anything would like to say, please feel free after that.
Kia ora, kina toto katoa. I'm a Jewish New Zealander, so I've come a bit further than you. But I would like to bring some messages of fellowship and thank you for your kind words.
Thank you very much.
Our people. Yes, we are a peace-loving people. But firstly, I want to just give a message which I arranged with B'nai B'rith International. I'm the New Zealand Regional President for B'nai B'rith International. B'nai B'rith International started, I think, in this area in 1843. It's founded on brotherly love and tolerance for everyone. And it always has campaigned against extremism and racism. And the tenet of the Jewish religion, of course, is everybody is equal in the eyes of God, and you express this so well. So the message, which is actually given to the New Zealand ambassador, is we write to express our shock at the terror attacks at 2 mosques in Christchurch. We send our deepest condolences to the families affected by this horrific attack and to all the people of New Zealand. The hatred that inspired this contemptible act is an incredible growing problem in far too many places of the world. It has only been a few short months since the American Jewish community suffered a similar tragedy in this state in Pittsburgh. But our community is still shaken to the core by that attack. To see nationalist extremists strike again, this time on the other side of the world, is distressing for us and all the people of conscience. The only way to defeat hateful ideologies is to confront them head on. B'nai B'rith stands with the people of New Zealand at this terrible time of unimaginable loss, and we pledge to fight with you against extremist hate and fanaticism in the future. Now, I would like to add on that I agree totally. Our Prime Minister has been absolutely magnificent, and there's lots of things she's done, which was obviously bring in gun laws very quickly. She is also not referring to the perpetrator by name, and I'd encourage you all to follow that lead, that the person will remain nameless, because these sort of acts flourish on publicity. She's also probably going to call into account the social media networks, because they kept on publishing the video. Now, I know you have the First Amendment here. In New Zealand, we don't quite have the First Amendment, and we believe all hate speech should be censored. And that's where I think maybe some laws in the USA go a bit too far. They claim that, some extremists claim they have the right to say anything, which includes inciting hatred. Finally, I just want to say ki he kaha, te wakamara, aroa Aotearoa, which is be strong, condolences, and with love from Aotearoa, New Zealand. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you so much for this. I will give the mic for our sister Sarah.
Thank you so much, Rami. I'm Sarah Malone, convener of Interfaith Initiative and Center County, and I'm so glad for the interfaith presence here this evening. I am so proud of you all, and I know there are more people who are not able to get in and who will be in later on, who are also coming. I want to thank you, Rami, and I want to thank the brothers and sisters of the Islamic Society of Central Pennsylvania for your courage and for your kindness, and for your hospitality. I have convened, organized Interfaith Initiative for the last 8 or 9 years. And over that time, I have been deeply concerned for the Muslim community, and that people of all faiths feel welcome. People of all faiths and races, nationalities, ethnicities languages, etc., feel welcome in this wonderful community of ours, this wonderful, diverse community of ours. And among people that I go among, I have come to start saying, I wish you knew the Muslim community as I know the Muslim community, because I have been so impressed over the last 8 or 9 years as I have come to know more and more of this community, with their humility and their hardworkingness and their generosity and hospitality and kindness and compassion. And I have been so impressed with the goodness of the members of the Muslim community here. And I just wish that the people of America, in every part of America, in the most backwoods region and the most desert region of America and the highest mountains of America, the most isolated places of America, would understand that our Muslim brothers and sisters are beautiful people, beautiful, generous, kind, welcoming people, and would understand this and turn to them as our brothers and sisters, our true brothers and sisters. And so I'm grateful for the realization that these terrible events also bring the best out of human beings, also bring the best out of human hearts, and also get to show the love of God is shown in the caring and the welcome and the compassion that people share with each other after these terrible events. And you, Rami, and all the Muslim community here have done so beautifully in that, have done so beautifully. And I am so proud of the interfaith community that has come together to respond so beautifully with such welcome, compassion, and love. Thank you.
Anyone want to speak or have a comment or anything? The floor open for any comment or anything you'd like to say. Well,
May I say something?
Sure.
Thank you. My name is Krishna. I am a Hindu. I'm a resident of State College. When I heard about this event in New Zealand, my wife and I felt we had to come and show our support for a couple of different reasons. First of all, it was happening in New Zealand. If New Zealand is not safe, no place is safe. We felt strongly. The only thing we had heard about New Zealand before was that they played cricket. So if New Zealand, something like this happens in New Zealand, it touches all of us. And the second reason why we thought we should come was we looked at the roster of the people who had lost their life, and we saw that it was not just people from one country. They were all Muslims, but they were all from all over the world. It was not an attack on Muslims alone, but it was an attack on humanity. There were people from every country represented there, so many different countries. So we all bleed with you. And I just wanted to say that you're our brothers and sisters.
Thank you so much. Before we move on for the question, that's the last time. If anyone wanted to speak up or say anything, we still welcome for this. If you have any question, go ahead, please.
So my name is Shia Ma, and through interfaith and through blessing, I've gotten to know a number of people in the Muslim community here. And I would add to what Sarah said, that I find you, they, whatever, have so much devotion and so much surrender. And I I aspire to find this in myself, in my path. So in addition to all the compassion, the generosity to, and actually, frankly, being in this room, I feel the energy, so whether you want to call it Holy Spirit, or whether you want to call it Shakti, or whatever, across traditions, I feel it really strongly, and also with the prayers and the iftars I've been to with you. The second piece, I was saying to Rami coming in, you know, I actually sit Zen, Buddhist Zen, and we were talking about this yesterday. So in the end, we don't even have control over our next breath in the final analysis. But what we can promise and what we can say and what we can mean and follow up with action is that we are here together, we are here with you, and we will stand with each other in all of this.
Anyone want to share any message or something? Any question or